in thy courts is better than 1,000. So one day in the kingdom of heaven is better than 1,000 of your best days on this side, man. Let me repeat that again. One single day in the kingdom of heaven is better than 1,000 of your best days on this side, man. Okay? When things were better for you. Moments that you can reminisce on and say, yeah, that was a good day. The kingdom of heaven blows it out the park, man. It blows it out the water. Just one day. Not to mention, the Heavenly Father, He's going to stretch out the time. He's going to expand the time so you can enjoy your immortality. You can enjoy your life. And the Lord said in Wisdom of Solomon, He created the Israelite man to be an image of his own eternity, man. We're going to be a likeness of his own eternity, man. We're going to be many most highs, man. We're going to be many most highs. Okay? Gods on earth under Yahweh Shemiah Shah. And also what's going to make us gods? These laws, statutes, commandments, and us judging by the laws, statutes, commandments, but also these laws being in our inward parts, making us those perfect judges. Not to mention, we experience these different reincarnations in this wicked flesh, so we know how to judge the flesh. We know how to judge this body because we've been in this body many times. Okay? But once again, the kingdom of heaven is going to be patterned after the mind of Yahweh Shemiah Shah, man. A righteous paradigm.
Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful that got there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, as we know, all right, breaking news, Iran, did a strike, in Israel. All right, and what we have to understand, this is major escalation. Okay, and we'll see, how it play out in these next couple of days. But this is something that has taken this conflict to another level. All right, because what we have to understand is Iran, has been indirectly, at war, with these small hats, these Israelis, for a while. All right, they will, when you see Hezbollah, Hezbollah is an extension, all right, what they call a proxy of Iran. Okay, these different militant groups that are in, Iraq and Syria. Well, those are proxy, militaries of Iran. That way Iran can, they can pretty much be a pest, to those small hats, all right? And they can just act like they had nothing to do with it, so they can pretty much, be effective, all right, which, with the Houthi rebels as well, that's another, extension of Iran. And it's called the axis of resistance. Because ultimately, those small hats, they want to dominate their region, okay? But Iran has set up, military resistance all throughout their region. And it's effective. And, when people look at Iran and, they, those Israelis, they'll kill, certain, commanders and, do strikes against, Iran personnel. Well, Iran is extremely calculated. Me and the brothers last night, Speaking about chess, how master chess players, they can pretty much, think 30 moves ahead. And Iran, is playing this like a master chess player, because what is happening, with the land of in the land of Israel through these proxy militaries, mainly Hezbollah and the Houthi rebels. The Israelis' economy is being heavily affected. Okay, because you have the personnel for the IDF, most of them are reserves. So that means that these men, all right, that are being killed, all right, in Gaza, these Israeli men that are being killed in Gaza, all right, they come from the workforce. Okay, so you're not just killing a career soldier, you're killing someone who has, a career, and most likely an essential, all right, career, and they're losing personnel. Okay, then you had 70,000 of those Israelis had to evacuate northern Israel because of the attacks from Hezbollah. Okay, and Hezbollah is doing just enough to keep those Israelis on their toes. So what's happened is the Israeli forces are spread thin. Okay, their economy is suffering. Because of uh, the slow traffic. The Houthi rebels redirecting ships to where they have to go around the whole country of Africa, okay, to get to the Mediterranean Sea. When they could just come through, all right, through the Red Sea, which I say the Houthi rebels, have heavily, you know, um, have heavily, hindered, the flow of goods, into the land of Israel. Okay, so what we're seeing is the Israelis are losing. Okay, they're losing, and Iran, all right, has yet, all right, until yesterday to directly strike, all right, the Israelis. Okay, the small hats. So I want to play this, and kind of expound on it, because what's happening is now that Iran has directly attacked those Israelis. Now, everyone's watching to see what the response will be. Will they directly attack, okay, Iran? Okay, because how the war escalation works is, when one force does something, the opposing force, all right, matches that. So if let's just give an example. If if I sink, okay, if one military sinks, all right, a navy vessel, okay, then the other military starts sinking navy vessels. All right, if I start attacking cargo ships with supplies, then the opponent started attacking my cargo ships carrying supplies. Okay, if I attack, if one military attacks the capital, then the other military start attacking the opponent capital. So this was an attack on the capital, okay, of Israel. Okay, so I'm interested, I'm wondering if the Israelis are gonna, attack Tehran, which is the capital of Iran. So that's the thing to watch for. We'll see, but this takes this conflict to a whole nother phase. Okay, ain't no turning back, and them proud devils, all right, hate to look weak. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. We'll expound on it a little bit. Well, yeah, just want to do a quick update. Not gonna make this long. Just want to kind of brief, you know, give everyone a briefing of what's going on. All right, what this means.
So this is it. This is it. Oh boy, here we are. Everything is about to get a lot more expensive. You need to stock up now because this is going to imperil the global supply chain. The war with Iran.
Now this guy's a prepper, so he's into stocking up and different things, which we know, hey, there's not going to be, there's nothing wrong with getting, extra things, but ultimately we know, all right, that, hey, our help come from the hills, all right, our help gonna come from on high, all right, because it's gonna be extremely bad out here, man, and things are just gradually, all right, going into all out chaos in the earth, man.
And in Israel has started. This is it. It started and it's not going to de-escalate. Because even if Iran wasn't successful in any of its hits, which now they're starting to have a lot of successful hits, Israel vowed a very aggressive response. So this is only going to escalate, so you need to get whatever you need to do done now, because oil is going to spike. And they're going to try to suppress it as best as they can by depleting the half-empty strategic oil reserve. But that's not going to cut it, okay? Gold has already spiked once again. The stable coin that is pegged to it went up to $2,800 for an hour before retracing to $2,450. My friends, we need to really keep in perspective what's happening here. This cannot be understated. This is completely unprecedented. This is the war between Iran and Israel, the long anticipated one, 25, 30 years in the making, the one that they've been preparing for. And you know that this just isn't a one-sided affair. This takes two to tango. You know that our authorities had a hand in instigating this, and they surely plan on seeing it through, no matter what the outcome or the expense. This thing is going to get absolutely out of control. Right now, there are lineups for gasoline and supplies all across Israel, across Iran, and across Lebanon. Lineups of cars as far as the eye can see. We have people in grocery stores hoarding food. This is a harbinger for what may come here when we start seeing the collapsing supply chains or the stress that this is going to put on commodities pricing. Now, everything is just going to hell at once. What you're looking at behind me here is a successful strike by the Iranians on an Israeli air base, okay? Negev Air Base, I believe.
Good stuff.
As well as other air bases throughout Israel being successfully struck by ballistic missiles. Now, CNN is saying that the largest volley of drones ever launched was launched tonight, against Israel, which is insane to think about. I mean, I'm still in awe that Iran actually did it. I'm still in disbelief, in spite of the fact that I warned people 3 months ago that this war was going to start right around the time, although I thought it might be a couple months later. I said before the election, but I'm still in disbelief because Iran attacking Israel is exactly what Israel wanted, so that they can continue to wage war in the Middle East, and of course Netanyahu will retain power and likely bring the United States into yet another conflict. This is going to escalate because Israel has vowed a response. Regardless of whether or not there were any successful hits by the Iranians, the Israelis already vowed a response. Okay, so they exhausted and diminished the Iron Dome system first with these cheap Shahed drones that cost maybe $25,000 or so to manufacture, probably a lot less because the Iranians have mastered the manufacturing of those. But now they're launching the big guns, okay? And they're continuing to launch volley after volley of ballistic missile, and they're going to continue to do this until they diminish NATO's capacity. Now, Iran probably has hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of missiles in storage for this war. And they're ready to fight it. In fact, Dimona nuclear power plant has already had sirens go off. It's already been targeted. Guys, this is major.
Yeah, so pretty much what you had, they sent those drones in to deplete, the Iron Dome. Okay? Because those Iron Domes, they send those projectiles out to intercept, drones or missiles, or aircraft. So what Iran, because Iran is extremely crafty when it comes to war. They're extremely intelligent. As we study, these different militaries, Iran is extremely intelligent when it comes to warfare, and they have some high tech weaponry. Okay, so what they did, they sent those drones in, depleted, the Iron Dome, and then they started sending ballistic missiles. So they got the Iron Dome figured out. He's going to go into it. And what this is doing is putting more pressure on America to intervene. And this is what the Israelis want. They pretty much want America to come in and just obliterate Iran. Like, that's the goal of these Israelis, and that's why they keep poking at Iran, and pulling Iran into a direct conflict with these Israelis. And now they want America, and in their mind, they think America want to go into the ties between Iran, Russia, and China. All right, and it's gonna go into how this all ties in. All right, because it's not just gonna be America versus Iran. No, Russia has to be involved according to prophecy, and the Lord got it set up where Russia has major interest in Iran. All right, Iran can, and the Lord got it to where Russia, is in the spirit of being a guard to Iran, not just because, they're Putin, okay, and Ayatollah, okay, the Iranian leader, ain't because they drinking buddies, all right, they have real ties, all right, economically, geopolitically, and strategically, okay, and we're gonna get into that, Lord will, a little bit later on this morning, but I wanted to do this one, just to catch, so we all can be caught up. Cause I had to wake up and get caught up myself. I'll be watching things throughout the day. If y'all see something, send me something on the comment board, any video, and we're gonna get into it. Cause this is what we await. All right, this war is directly linked, okay, to our salvation, man. Okay, so let this play some more.
You need to go out, you need to stockpile, you need to get whatever you need right now. I'm not trying to cause like a panic buying spree, but I'm just saying if there ever was a golden opportunity to get ahead of the panic that might ensue when this thing goes parabolic, this is it. This is the small window between here and Monday. I would say when the markets open. Now the markets are heavily manipulated, so it's possible that they can paper this one over some way, but the real money knows what's going on. The whales have bailed from Bitcoin, okay? Iran has threatened other countries that are party to the conflict. Jordan shooting down Iranian missiles. We have U.S. warships inbound. Biden is about to give a speech, if he's not already doing it, as I'm doing this video. The U.S. has engaged Iranian drones, so they are assisting Israel in shooting down these drones. Now, I thought there was going to be a olive branch extended, and potentially there would have been a window for peace there, but it looks like it's not going to be honored by the Israelis, because the Iran representative of the United Nations said this: conducted on the strength of Article 51 of the UN Charter pertaining to legitimate defense, Iran's military action was in response to the Zionist regime's aggression against our diplomatic premises in Damascus. The matter can be deemed concluded. However, should the Israeli regime make another mistake, Iran's response will be considerably more severe. It is a conflict between Iran and the rogue Israeli regime from which the U.S. must stay away.
So Iran pretty much is saying, like, look, those Israelis, they attacked, they did a strike on the embassy, the Iranian embassy in in Damascus, Syria, and they killed, some consultants, they killed a few commanders, and pretty much, when you attack an embassy, that's like attacking, that land, whatever embassy it is, it's like attacking on their soil. So, so now Iran is like, look, pretty much they telling the world this between us and the small hats. This is between us and these Israelis. So they pretty much telling America, look, stand down. All right, but America not going to do that. Okay, because America has the role to play. Because America's involvement is going to lead to America's destruction. Okay, it's going to lead to the destruction of America, man. So let's get a few precepts, and I might let play a little more of that play. Okay, but Iran is like, look, y'all fall back. Tell America to fall back, but that's not going to happen. All right, it's Jeremiah 51:46, and it says, "And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. The rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler." Okay, and this is what we're seeing, because these rumors goes to circulating stories. So, like he said, this war has been in the making, for decades between the Israelis and the Iranians. Okay, it's been in the making for decades. Okay, because Iran is the pretty much a superpower in the Middle East, and Iran's presence, okay, it pretty much stops those small hats from dominating that region like they want to. Okay, Iran is a major player in their region, and is stopping, all right, those small hats from dominating their region like they want to. Okay, so it's been a conflict, that's been in the making, and hey, we're here. We here. Like I said, we'll pay attention to it. I doubt it dies down. Ever since October the 7th, nothing has died down. And that was, after you had that the moon with the ring of fire. The eclipse where you had the moon, looking as if it had a ring of fire on it, man. And it's been, nothing but escalation ever since. Okay, so let's go here. All right, because America has to get involved, and this is why prophecy. See, prophecy is speaking. This is prophecy, man. Okay, this is how we know how this is going to go. Okay, nah, there ain't gonna be no de-escalation. No, America is not gonna stay out of it, no matter who's the president. All right, you had Trump tweet something like, if he was president, we wouldn't be involved. No, this is bigger than a Democrat and a Republic, which that's phony anyway. Okay, this is bigger than that. All right, prophecy is speaking. Okay, now let's go here and get straight to the point. All right, this is Jeremiah 49:20 said, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom." Okay, so the Lord has a counsel. The Lord has a war council. And what the scripture say? The Most High is what? A man of war. So he has a war council. All right, and he had his angels playing on the minds. All right, the angels are playing on the minds of these rulers. All right, to fulfill the counsel of the Lord. Okay. So you go here, Jeremiah 49:20 said, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purpose that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." And we always go into this word draw. Okay, because this is what we're seeing. We're seeing these small heads, like, economy is suffering. People are having to evacuate. People are having to leave the country. Inflation. They're suffering under your boy Benjamin Netanyahu, but they want him out of there. Okay, but nah, you can tell it's a demon on this nigga to just to go to war. Okay, and he's doing a great job. All right, leave my uncle alone, man. All right, let that nigga do what he do, man, cause that nigga wake up with the shit every day. Okay, and he's doing a terrific job as prime minister of of you small hats, man. Okay, he's doing exactly what's needed to be done. All right, for us to be delivered, man. Okay, so y'all take y'all ass back to the house and stop protesting my uncle, man. All right, Uncle Benny, man. Okay, he's doing an excellent job as prime minister, man. He got my support. Okay, Yeah, let's get that word draw. Cause the least of the flock are these small hats, man. All right, cause that little piece of land over there is causing so much, havoc. All right, so you get that word draw. All right, in the Hebrew it's sahab, okay, which is to drag. All right, and we're seeing, all right, it says the prime of the root. It said to trail along. Okay, so we're seeing these small hats drag all these superpowers into this conflict. Okay, watching it real time. Like the nigga wake up, like you can tell the Lord got this nigga programmed, okay, to do this. All right, Netanyahu, like he just wake up and he's extremely reckless. He's extremely impulsive, and I love it. All right, and we all should love it. Okay, this is Jeremiah 49:21. It said the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. Okay, because this is going to lead to nuclear war. Okay, it's gonna gradually go nuclear, man. Okay, it's gonna escalate, it's gonna escalate, it's gonna escalate, and then eventually, hey, the earth gonna be moved. All right, you know, as a result of this war. Okay, it said the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, and the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Okay, and this is speaking of Edom. You read this in the NLT. It said the earth will shake with the noise of Edom's fall. Okay, and his cry of despair will be heard all the way to the Red Sea. Okay, so there Esau was gearing up to take a loss, man. All right, this all leads, okay, to a loss, man. Okay, this is all leading to a major loss, okay, for Esau, Edom. Okay, these small hats gonna get obliterated over there. America gonna be turned to a desert. All right, and Yahweh Shai is coming to conquer the earth in righteousness, man. This is what it's leading to. So we're watching the build up. Like this is the actual is happening. It's happening. All right, yeah, brother. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, brother. Yeah. Lord willing, if you can, brother, chime in. Lord will run by 11 o'clock. I go on the GMS Living Waters bar, and we're gonna get into that relationship with Iran and Russia. Also China. Abarazazai. It's the perfect time, to understand these things. What's going on. So yeah, let's read 22. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. All right. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of women in her pains, man. And that's those chariots, man. Okay. This thing going to escalate until the chariots show up. Okay. This is going to escalate till the chariots show up, man. Okay. So this is what we're seeing, so that's the latest. Like I said, this is a major, escalation. Okay. And it's looking like it's going to be direct conflict between Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, and Tel Aviv, which is the capital of Israel. Okay. So yeah, I just want to do a brief, impromptu, just, so we all be caught up on what's going on. And like I say, Lord we'll go into, some more things later on. And hey, we just gonna keep watching, the fall of our enemy, man. Matter of fact, let's end it with that. Let's end it with that, because we're watching this thing real time. This is Sirach 25. Yep, we almost out of here, man. I believe it's Sirach 25 and 7. Yep, it says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. And we living in some exciting times, and we're living in the fall of our enemy, man. You know, so we should be, you know, ecstatic. You know, we should be ecstatic, man. All right, so you know, Lord will, you know, you brothers and you sisters edified, man. Till the next time, you know, Shalom, calling Masha Allah, Abba, Babal, soon.